Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 10th. The story we want to highlight in our video this morning is a tale of New Bedford versus Gloucester. The papers in both cities wrote editorials regarding the proposal for a $150 million buyout for the New England fisheries fleet to help deal with overcapacity brought about by lower stock levels. In Gloucester, the paper said essentially, no thanks, just let us keep fishing. There's enough fish in the sea, don't tell us anything else. In New Bedford, the paper said, although it might be unfortunate that the fleet has to shrink, we recognize that it's a constructive effort to deal with a tough situation. I think the difference in the two editorials readily highlights the difference in the attitudes of the two main New England fishing ports. New Bedford is obviously the richest fishing port in the nation, and New Bedford's industry, principally the scallop industry, has had long experience working with NOAA and nymphs to maximize their revenues and essentially work within the constraints of scallop management. Earlier this year, back in January, New Bedford mounted a fierce lobbying campaign to overturn a too cautious approach of the New England Fishery Management Council to scallop allocations, but they did so by staying within the overall framework of avoiding overfishing. Gloucester, by contrast, has never addressed the overfishing issue. They simply say, we don't believe the science, we think there's more fish than the government is telling us, and we want the right to go out and catch those fish. Unfortunately, the history of New England since the early 1980s has proved that the fishing fleet can easily overfish the stocks. And at a time when the groundfish stocks are now successfully coming back, the big argument is not whether to let up on fisheries management, but it's how to reconcile the efficiency of the fishing industry with fisheries management. The problem I have with the Gloucester editorial is that nowhere in any of the statements coming out of Gloucester is there ever a recognition that they have to work within this management system to somehow have a successful long-term industry. New Bedford has learned that lesson a long time ago, and the money they're making today proves that. In Nantucket, Mass., this is John Sackton.